We started Beneath the Noise, and we are now at 50 episodes. Will do the thing.
Oh, I can't do it.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, that was loud. Oh
so
my
loud.
god.
Whoa!
Shit. That was definitely made to be outdoors, not indoors. It's gone in my tea.
For best results when using indoors, ensure that you have sufficient height.
Sufficient height. We're in a
Clearance-
4-foot room.
clearance
I
of
have to bend my neck when I walk in it.
Clearance of at least 2.5 meters. Eject colourful confetti into the air. My ear is ringing.
That really. I feel bad for anyone that's listening to this episode in headphones. That's just broken their headphones and burst their eardrum.
The person who crashed their car while listening. That was incredible. But it didn't go too much in your drink, so that's good.
Oh, I just pushed it further down.
Good job.
I tried to. Okay. So yeah, we're at 50 episodes, Will.
Nice.
We did it.
I can't believe it. Like it seems to have gone so fast as well.
I know, the fact that 50 episodes means we've done, 25 weeks?
At least.
Yeah.
But the reality is we're ahead, so it's actually slightly less weeks, but we've just been grinding episodes, which is great. We've done even more in less time.
It is crazy how hard we've been working on this.
It's good. And how hard we're going to be working. I'm very excited to talk about our future plans.
Yeah, so there's a lot to discuss in this episode, I think, which is really exciting. I don't quite know where to jump in or where to start. Normally for these episodes, we have some sort of a plan, but we thought for the 50th, we'll just invite you guys to just see our craziness that is kind of created Beneath the Noise. It's 50% serious conversations. It's 50% bullshit talk about NFLs and other stuff. That
my ear is still ringing.
Yeah, mine still hurts as well, dude. So, do you want to do highlight? No, I don't even know. Let's do highlights.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, let's do highlights. What's been your favourite things about Beneath the Noise?
I love the fact that, so we host it at my flat.
We do.
And I love the fact that you just turn up and we can just do the thing. It's like that just in its idea is so cool. The idea of progression with a friend is really nice as well. Like we're growing together, we're learning podcasting together. There's a piece of confetti stuck in that cobweb.
There is, isn't there?
But it's just really good fun. Like just doing it and like getting to talk about things that are serious, getting to know you on a deeper level. Me feeling like I have the space to share things. Like I can be my full personality and you haven't left yet. Like that's pretty cool.
I really love that about. So I'm going to jump and piggyback off the back of that. I love that our friendship has got deeper because of it, but I've seen, and I'm purely speaking about you, I've seen the growth of Will Taylor from when we had our first 10 episodes, which were about emotions. Will Taylor was very like, okay, well, like I want to talk about these things, but
I don't know how.
This is very difficult. Whereas now you're so open and ready to have these discussions that it's not like you ever couldn't have them. It's just maybe you'd never been brave enough to.
Yeah, and just never thought about them, and you've got a piece of confetti on your shoulder.
Oh. Thank you.
No worries. You'd look back and you'd be like, Will, why didn't you tell me? Oh, you're going to put it there. Okay, maybe not. India.
Maybe we should have planned this episode.
Welcome to the last episode of...
We've been cancelled.
Yeah. No, it's been really good fun. It's been nice to be able to have these conversations in an environment that is open to them. And it's also interesting as well, we're in front of cameras and it doesn't feel like we're having a conversation with other people, though we encourage other people to be involved in the conversation. It's like we're just being our authentic selves and discussing these and sharing our true opinions, our true thoughts, unclouded by any sort of external inputs.
Yeah, it's an honest discussion between the two of us. What I like is we don't always agree as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there are times where you say something I just categorically just can't see eye to eye with, and vice versa.
Yeah, and then I explain to you why you're wrong.
And then I pretend to listen and just move the conversation along.
Like Charlie Harper in 2.5 Men, he says to Alan, I understand. Oh, by the way, whenever I say I understand, it means I understand. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And by the way, when I say I understand, doesn't mean I understand.
Yeah, so we've been able to push each other, question each other's sort of thoughts, considerations, mindset. And we've definitely been able to have deeper conversations at the beginning, and we've definitely been able to understand each other and ourselves better. So that's been a really cool insight, is learning how you approach life.
Same for you.
Thanks, man.
It's interesting learning, the wrong way to live.
It's clouded by emotion, as you would say.
Yeah. No, it's honestly, it's been incredibly fulfilling doing the 50 episodes so far, and it's just made me more excited for the next 50 and the 50 after that and the 50 after that. And to be honest, I've always had a joy in mass producing something, and the fact that we're just getting through all these episodes, like the goal for me at the moment is just how many episodes can we get through, and I love making improvements as you go and seeing the incremental changes all the way through. I want to wait until episode 100 before I rewatch back the first episode.
Really?
Because I want
really
to see the jump. Maybe we could do a reaction video to it as well, or like we do a highlights of our first episode and we just do a reaction. That'd be quite cool.
That would be good.
Be nice to do a reaction video that doesn't get demonetized and blocked immediately as well, which yeah, it's going to be really interesting to look back and see where we've come from. Like, obviously, I can remember we didn't have these studio lights. We didn't have that one.
2, 3,
4.
Well, yeah, the YouTube Shorts one.
Yeah. I feel like the LED I've got going around the room was a different colour when we first started as well. I think it was the old lights, potentially.
Yes, there's been incremental gains, which have been maybe 1%, 0.5% here and there, but they add up slowly, and they make us feel a little bit more professional. We like turning up and doing these things. Like you say, we're doing it in your sort of studio, in your flat. But we've got a consistent schedule. We don't miss. We are upfront and honest if we can or can't do something. We've had one day where we turned up to film and just weren't filming it. And we're like, you know what, let's not. And there was no judgment, no expectation. We have a really clear communication on it. And what's nice is we can see the push and pull that we're both giving as well. So we're both... that bullshit of like, a relationship isn't 50-50, it's 100% each. And it's true, like we're both all in this. I don't have to question if you're going to get the editing done or if you're going to be prepared to film. Unless you've said otherwise, you're all in.
Yeah, and it's the other thing of some days one person brings 60 and another person brings 40, but the point is together you still have 100% of the podcast. And that's fun as well, because there's days where I have no energy, you turn up and suddenly you bring me from a 30 to a 50. Just because of the energy. And for those of you who don't know as well, me and Connor have been friends for God knows how many years now. 8?
How old are you when I met you?
I think I was 16.
16.
So 9.
21, yeah, so 9.
That's crazy. Maybe I was 7. No, I must have been 16 because I was still in school.
I actually saw a photo. Do you remember when I think it was the first time we went to Brighton as a group, and I saw a picture of you and I was like, damn, we look young. Like, that was my first thought, is, wow, I don't think you had your beard. I think you still had, like, the top knot.
I was trying with the moustache and goatee. That's all I could grow. And I'm pleased I stuck with it. I have shaved my beard off for this episode.
You have. You've made yourself look real official.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't shave it probably would have gone out of shock or fear from that loud bang at the beginning.
I didn't get a haircut, though. I was meant to, but I was too busy today.
I'll get one tomorrow.
Hey.
Can't wait. It's too long. Like, not
I don't know.
The sides and back.
Look, reminds me of old Connor. You used to have like longer, crazier surfer
but
dude
this
hair.
is nowhere near that long. That was like down to here at times.
I don't know.
I do miss that hair.
It was cool.
Yeah, I loved it.
You've actually got the hair where you can do this now.
I know, I can't.
By the way, I did that the other day, and Sophie was like, "Will, you can't do that." I just come out the shower. I did that in my hair, and it stayed there. And Sophie was like, "Will, you can't do that anymore." I was like, "What are you on about? I can't do that anymore." She's like, "You've got a receding hairline. Like you've got the dad loop,
the widow's peak."
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting old. I had to shave my beard. It was getting too ginger, too grey.
Yeah, I've got grey hairs in my beard and in my.
Yeah, but you look distinguished.
Do I?
Yeah, in a way.
How?
You just pull it off because your beard is extremely thin. It's
shit. I think it's.
It's it just looks good.
Thank you.
You keep it at an appropriate length through.
I try to.
Just not being able to grow it longer.
I can grow it longer. I just don't like it. Yeah. So yeah, highlights. We've had some really great ones. So what I think would be really cool, and this is a lot of work for you because you're editing, is pulling up old clips or going through in old discussions we really liked. One, you know which one I'm going to say.
Yeah.
My favourite highlight, which I could not stop laughing about. You even had to cut the
I
edit
did.
down because I couldn't pull it together for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Was where we were talking about the idea of having a debate. And we have a very diverse friendship group.
Yeah.
And we all have differing opinions. We all like to argue at times, some more than others. Some like to stir the pot, some don't. I'm definitely a stirrer. Let these guys argue.
You just play something in there and then sit back.
Yeah, that's literally all I do. It's great. I love it. Just why I'm on this side of the podcast and not your side. But yeah, we're talking about having a debate with our friends en masse.
Yeah.
And Will said...
It'd be great to have a mass debate.
Have a mass debate. And I lost my
As a
brain.
group.
Yeah. I lost my... I couldn't. It took me like 2 minutes to pull it together. So that absolutely episode highlight. Couldn't stop laughing for the best way possible. Because it's those falls, those like trips ups that are just so authentically us. Like the other day, I can't remember what words, but I got the first letter from the first word the other way around.
Yeah.
And it just came out completely incorrectly.
Oh, what was it? I can't remember what it is either. It was funny though.
It's just those things are so authentically us, and I would never want to change it. Sure, I'd like to get better at being able to communicate, looking forwards. Love to see like a diction coach or a speech therapist to help myself make better mouth sounds and articulate the points that are in my brain. But I don't want to lose that authenticity. That kind of ragamuffin, scruffy, pulled together type mindset, because that's still us.
Absolutely. It's great. I think what I'll do, I've just had another video idea. I'll let you be the judge on if we do it in place of a podcast or not. But we do a 2025 highlights reel of our best moments. So we go through all 50 episodes and we chop out bits.
That's a really good idea.
And then put it together. Would you rather do that instead of a podcast
Yeah,
day?
we could do that instead of a podcast.
Because that buys us as well another 3 days in Bali.
Because that's still a podcast itself, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's just the highlights. Like when The Simpsons or Futurama or whatever it is, they do a like clip show. And it's always the worst episode of the season.
Yeah.
But they still do it anyway. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be the worst podcast we'll ever do, but we're going to do it anyway.
Nice.
You heard it here first. It's going to suck. No, it won't. It'll be great.
It'll be good, hopefully.
It will be good. So yeah, what's your highlight? Do you have a memory from the podcast that sticks out for funny, not funny, deep, thought-provoking?
It was just after I got After Effects. And I was like, oh, I can do all these cool effects now. Like I can make the mic glow up, and I can put like words above our heads more easily and things like that. And we just spent the next 3 episodes going, Will Taylor,
Banana.
But yeah. So I'll edit those on as well, just for old time's sake. This is going to be a pain in the butt to edit, but I don't care. It's going to be good fun. I'm going to be laughing the whole way through this episode.
You are good, yeah. Yeah, no, that was definitely a highlight. Because that was funny. Because again, that's the growth. We're getting excited by these small wins. Rather than going, oh my God, we're not. Because what we did yesterday is we sat down and we went through Chris Williamson, Diver CEO, Joe Rogan, Mindset Mentor, and a few others. And we started looking at how they grew and progressed. And they've got quite a steep curve. Like they learned very quickly. And they progressed very quickly, and we're like, okay, how can we mirror that? How can we grow as a podcast with a similar depth and become an industry-leading, globally renowned podcast? And we deep dove into it.
We
And we're
looked
like,
at the
wow.
analytics in more depth than I've ever looked at the Will Taylor channel. I now need to do that on the Will Taylor channel and be like, oh my goodness, okay, Connor's teaching me stuff I've not been keeping up.
It was awesome. It was so insightful, but... The first point I want to make on that is we dove into it and we started looking at where we're at without getting defeated, but put together a plan of how we continue to grow while still celebrating those small wins. It's not going, oh my God, we've made it, but it's like, hell yeah, we got After Effects.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we learned how to do 2 like phones and record multiple episodes in one day. Hell yeah, we were able to use a different camera. Hell yeah, we got studio lights.
Yeah, that was so cool. When I got studio lights, it was like, yes.
Couldn't quite believe how big they were.
I know. Well, I saw the picture and I was like, it's from Amazon. They're not going to be that big. Are they like, I'm going to be disappointed when these show? I'm like, no, they are proper softbox lights. I'll show a picture of them in front of us, so you don't have to look at us for 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, it'll be a case of we can take a picture of you next to it, then me next to it, and they can just guess who's the tallest.
Put you next to that one and me next to that one. And be like, oh, they're the same height.
Put me next to that one.
Yeah.
It's even smaller. Yeah.
I'll superimpose it so it's massive. Do the camera shot where I hand you a glass and it's holding a bucket. Big cook, little cook.
Yeah. Okay. So I suppose what's been really interesting is we know that not every episode has been the best. We know that every episode has been a lesson, and we've learned some episodes are better than others, and some topics we like talking about more than others. Any low points for you, Will? Or rather, what have you learned?
Well, I would say the most difficult episodes for me to film, especially when we start, now I'm actually more confident about tackling them and taking them on, was whenever it was going to be an emotion-based episode, I was like, I don't really know if I've got much to say. Like, I don't know, I'm going to have to lean on you quite a lot here to sort of keep the conversation going. Whereas now I feel like I've learnt enough from you, and then encouraging sort of introspective thought to where I can approach these previously difficult conversations to do with emotions or like finding my lowest point, like the sadness episode. I feel like if we were to do that again, which I think we probably should do a recap, because they're fundamentally good video ideas. It's just we didn't have the execution when we started, or I definitely didn't for the emotions ones, because I was like,
I suppose the irony is the execution's always going to get better.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure Chris Williamson, Diver CEO, Jay Shetty, if they could do their first episodes again, they would love to. It'd be leaps and bounds better. So yeah, absolutely, we'd have a better depth of understanding, and we would be able to get deeper quicker because we understand each other as well.
That's one of my favourite things as well, like the fact that now we can build on the previous episodes with our discussions without the viewers needing to have watched necessarily every single episode. They can join us where we're at, and we'll be able to guide the conversation to a deeper level, which makes it more informative, more educational, more beneficial to the viewer. So it's just all round better for everyone.
Do you think the honesty and the authenticity of us on the podcast is going to have a positive outcome on the longevity?
For sure. I think whenever you do something that is authentically you, people gravitate towards that or get repelled like the wrong side of a magnet. But that's good, because it means that you're going to have the people around you or people watching you that find you entertaining, informative, whatever their reason for watching is, they can benefit out of it. And we're just being ourselves. So we get to win because we just, have fun. They get to win because they draw out of the podcast whatever they like most.
Yeah, I like that. I've got a question then, based on the back of that. And this is a curious question. How do you perceive Will Taylor to change, if at all, throughout the depth of our podcast? Because we're at 1 to 50. We've got 50 to 100 likely going to come in the next 6 weeks because of our current plan, which we'll touch base on later in the episode. So
I want to make sure that we get to 100 before you go, because I don't want us to get to like 98, come back, and the first 2 episodes are us finding our feet again, so the 100th episode is actually bad.
Yeah, interesting. We'll have to work out when that would be, because now that we know that this is filming this one, we can work that out quite quickly.
Yeah.
But how do you perceive Will Taylor to change, if at all, from episode 1 to 50 and beyond? Because, again, like you've always said, and I'll give you time to think about it, is we do want to go from 50 to 100 to 250 to 500 to 1,000. I think you've said we just want to get to 1,000 episodes as quickly as possible. And I'm like, damn, Chris Williamson's only just got to 1,000 episodes, and that took him, 7 years?
And he does 3 a week.
Yeah, this is it. So it's going to be tough. But as we progress, we're going to start having deeper conversations in ourselves. We're going to start getting guests on, which will have the ability to question us on a deeper level. So we'll question ourselves internally on a higher level as well. Throughout this podcast, we are going to grow as the podcast is going to grow. So again, how do you perceive Will Taylor to change, if at all, from episode 1 to 50 and beyond?
I don't think... Well, I can't say with any certainty because I don't know. I think that's part of the joy. I think the joy is I don't know how I'm going to grow necessarily on the podcast, but I'm here for it, however it presents. Because I only see positive things happening with the podcast. I only see positive things happening on the Will Taylor channel. And I only see the future being brighter for both of us. I think it'll be really interesting to develop and have a recorded history of that development. It's so cool. Like when my kids are teenagers and I allow them to watch the episodes because some of them are adult conversations.
And someone keeps swearing throughout them.
Yeah, I know. Or talking about porn.
I mean, one of us.
Yeah, they'll have to watch that when they're 11 or something. That's when I discovered. Anyway.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, it's why I struggle to please my... Anyway. It's exciting to be able to show that development all the way through, and we're not hiding anything, we're not keeping anything back. It's just, as we say, authentic, deep, honest conversations, and it's very easy to put in a sentence, but the fundamental meaning of that is, I don't think that happens very often. I think the fact that we know each other well and we're getting to know each other even better than before gives the podcast an insight that other podcasters might not have if they don't have the same chemistry with the co-host, or like Chris Williamson is effectively with the guests that he doesn't have on every week or he hasn't done multiple episodes with. He's got to build that relationship within that podcast and get to the deep answers straight away and hope that the other guest is open emotionally to have those conversations or ready to.
Reciprocating in kind.
That's it. But there's always going to be that restriction that he's got, or anyone that just relies on guests, which is you don't have that deeper understanding with that other person if you've only met them a few times before. Whereas where we really stand strong is the fact that we're authentically friends outside of the podcast. Then we've decided to put some of our friendship on camera. We just can't lose.
I think realistically as well, as what will happen is as we start getting guests on, we'll approach the guests in very unique ways. It will allow us to grow as people, and will also encourage the guests to have similar style conversations where they're questioning who they are and what they bring and how they can change. You know, we will be approaching experts in their field, but we will be asking them questions to reflect on themselves rather than, like Mike Israel, for instance, just pulled a name out of the hat. He's obviously a master in his field in terms of exercise psychology and sports science and exercise physiology and whatnot. Muscle building.
BJJ as well.
Yes, he is, yeah. We'll ask him all the questions that other podcasts have asked him of, like, how do you build muscle? What's the best rep range? How much protein per pound of body weight? Blah, 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 blah.
All the questions we know the answer to.
Yeah. But then we'll be like, so who is Mike Israel?
Why do you feel the need to have edibles whenever you have days off?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know the answer.
Yeah, we'll have these sort of deep conversations where, because we will be like, well, this is the reason I feel insecure. What's yours? And he might be like, I've got none. And I'm like, I bet, cool, fair enough. We'll ask another question. I'll keep probing until you break down on camera. But yeah, we'll have that ability to connect because we've got it, and it'll hopefully help create a better environment. So do you perceive, not that you've got bad social skills, but do you perceive your social skills to get better?
Absolutely.
As time goes on?
Having conversations with people I don't know is, I feel like I have to play a character because it's obviously making that first impression. I want to be seen as nice and friendly. I'm not going to step on your toes, but here are my beliefs and what I think, and you've got to convey all of that straight away. I think once we're an established podcast, you would hope that some of your guests would sort of know who you are, but you can't go in with that presumption. So it's going to be interesting to talk to people and just get on into this as quickly as possible while talking to somebody that I've not met before, or even that I've idolized, and it's like I don't know, ask them something.
The people you've put on a pedestal, if we get lucky enough to interview some of those people, will be extremely challenging. Like I could not imagine how I would ask questions to someone like Mark Manson because I would feel so inferior. I'd be like, oh my god, like this is a guy that visibly changed my life. How am I meant to sit here and pretend like I'm like an equal?
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like John Bellion would be one for me. Like what he's done. Like the Will Taylor channel wouldn't exist without John Bellion. Like, and it's crazy that he can have that impact. And in the years that I set up the Will Taylor channel, he didn't even release any music. It's only this year he's released music because he had contract problems, and like I don't blame him. He's been writing obviously songs for other people and blowing up the world, but like just as an individual, like there's been no behind the scenes John Bellion making songs, which is what he used to post. He was like a vlogger back in the day before vlogging was a thing. Like that's how early he started.
Crazy that vlogging was early days YouTube in many ways, which is cool.
Yeah, it's wild. I'd love to see it come back as well. It's just people struggle to build that initial relationship with the audience, and vlogging is such a long grind to get people to care about you just living your normal life.
Yeah, this is it. You'd probably have to vlog about a lifestyle brand or travel or gym, or which I suppose is exactly what influencing is. But yeah, so I asked you what growth you perceive as a person. So I'm curious to look at mine. What I have noticed from 1 to 50 is my inspiration towards work. So I think you know this. It's not a shock maybe to people that are just tuning in. It might be, but to people that have definitely listened before, it's not. I'm not massively inspired by work. I want to live a life full of experiences, and I want to be able to look back when I'm older and say, hell yeah, I took every opportunity to live, to experience, to see something new, to try something new. When it comes to work, I'm like, you know what, if I just make a living, I'm happy. I don't care about having the flashy job title. I don't find that brings much clout or benefit to my life. However, what I have found in doing this, I feel like I got pride in my work, that I've wanted to learn about things again. I'll give you a scenario. I haven't actually told you this story
Cool.
because I wanted to save it for this episode. We had our end of year wrap up for our company, and they were obviously different heads of departments got up and spoke, and the head of marketing got up and was like, I've learned from our learning development partner that to have an engaging experience you need to ask questions to the people you're listening to, so I'm going to ask some questions. And she pulled up some numbers with all the like terms of, oh, we had this and this. She went, does anyone know what CTR means? I went, click-through rate. And everyone was like, what? And she went, okay. And we've had this many impressions. Does anyone know impressions? I went, yep, eyes on the thing that you've actually put out there. They went, how do you know this? I went,
YouTube 101.
I literally went, just know it.
Yeah.
I wasn't like YouTube. But I was like, holy shit, like I've paid attention to these things and it's made a physical impact on me.
That's awesome.
And I was able to like impress people. We're like, you trying to get a job in marketing? I'm like,
sort of.
Like,
that is what this job is.
Yeah. So it was really cool to see the passion for what I have here play out in practicality. And I'm really excited to see how this progresses me professionally, personally, if that makes sense. So how am I going to progress as a person professionally? How am I going to become a business person? How am I going to be someone that carries around and go, you know what, yeah, like I run a successful business. You know, you see all these... I've always, wanted to work remotely, and I've always thought, wow, these people must have so much clout because people can go, look at me, and I would never be that person that's like, look at me, but I'd be like, holy shit, like, fuck yeah, I'm doing some awesome stuff, and I would love to see that personal development and growth within my life, and it will happen as the podcast grows because I will have to, and that's only come through conversations with you. It's only come through learning and actually applying myself, and it's been really exciting to apply myself. Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm excited to see moving forwards, because I think the things that I struggle with are not the things you struggle with, and vice versa. I feel quite comfortable having a deep, open, honest discussion. I've really struggled with being in front of the camera and being seen. You don't struggle with that, really. I struggle with the learning and the applying myself and doing the thing, and you don't struggle with that.
Well, sometimes.
I disagree. But yeah, that's where I see myself progressing, and I'm really excited to see that progression.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, because I never thought I'd say that.
That's so cool about that marketing thing. It's literally, YouTube is, if you're going to become a marketer these days and like you don't, like you can't not understand click-through rate, impressions, watch time, engagement rate, all of these things. Like, and marketers back in the day were like, that would be information that people don't know. Whereas now it's like, I genuinely believe marketers have no idea what they're doing, like across the board. I know I could go into any Fortune 500 company and replace their marketing department because they just don't know what they're doing. Where they're allocating their money is the wrong places. People still running TV ads. What are you doing? Don't even get me started on people putting magazine ads. Like but it's stupid. Companies are genuinely spending money.
Got a bright future.
Yeah, as toilet paper or as... To be fair, toilet paper would actually be smarter print media. At least somebody would have to look at it. And it's just potluck. Like, you'd have to probably have your advert every so many pieces of paper on the roll.
It can't be every one.
Yeah. Or you could have particular ones. But if it made your toilet paper cheaper, people would buy it. Like, Lidl would go crazy for that sort of toilet paper. There you go. See? Bringing back print media.
To wipe your ass with.
Yeah. They advertise on the packaging, but they don't advertise on the actual paper. It all gets recycled anyway.
Okay.
You know, there you go. See, this is what I'm saying. Fortune 500 company has no idea what they're doing. Why haven't they thought to print on toilet roll yet?
Let's maybe not knock other companies. Let's just focus on beneath the noise.
No, I think we should take them on.
No.
Because we could provide consulting services to help them out.
If you say so.
That would be good fun. Because you just say, like, look, you're spending your money here. This has had a very low return on investment. Like, just don't do that. Put it on the thing that is no cost and gets you more eyes. That makes more sense to me.
I want to share something that I find struggle. Let's find struggle.
That you find struggle. It is words.
It is words and expression. Something I've struggled with the podcast is growth is not linear. And growth is slow. How many times have I said, we just need to do more. We need to be quicker. Like, how can we blow up quicker?
So many voice notes. Like, it'd be a really positive voice note. You'd be like, yeah, or wait, how do you... Yeah, that's like an old person, isn't it? We'd have a conversation. We'd be talking about, we've done a really good, we've had a really good click-through rate on this video. Like, it's going really well. Or the watch time on this is insane. I'm like, yeah, this is so exciting. Like, we're doing such a good job. We're just not growing quick enough, dude. It's literally what you say at the end of it. It's like, why'd you have to put that at the end? Like, we're growing really well. It's quality growth rather than fast growth. If we had really fast growth, as I say, we'd be doing live streams every day. We could be way over 1,000 subs now. But I want to grow this podcast, and it's obviously 50% your decision as well. But I'd rather grow a quality audience that's there and actually watches the podcast because they like the podcast, not because they like us being an idiot on a live stream.
I agree. I do. Absolutely. 100%. Everything you've said, categorically agree. I want people to watch because they want to watch us talk about the topics that we want to talk about, and they're going to gain something from watching, and they'll hopefully implement and improve their life.
But you'd rather grow quicker.
I'm like, oh man, I see the legs this has. I wanted to go. So yeah, I've struggled with that. But one thing I think you've helped reaffirm to me is consistency beats motivation.
Absolutely.
Turning up every day, producing content and staying consistent. Discipline beats intensity.
We did a while ago like one of those 10-minute clip videos where we discussed how if the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago and the second best time to plant a tree is now. He's laughing because we did that literally in the same video recording as this.
Yeah. It's on the same raw file.
Yeah. And it's finding joy in the work itself rather than the results. Like, the last 2 months, the Will Taylor channel has been tanking. Like, I'm 77% down on the previous month, which was 55% down from the month before that.
Damn.
I've still uploaded a short every single day, and I'm increasing output. Like, it's because I just love fundamentally the work that I'm doing, and I find it enjoyable whether it's got views or not. Obviously, it's nicer when you know your bills are going to get paid that month for that month, and you don't have to dig into the savings of previous months. But at the same time, that's why you live on less than you make, because that is like, there's multiple principles you have to live by to succeed in life. And one of them is live on less than you make, because then on the months where you do have a downturn, you don't have to pack in the whole thing.
Nice. I like it. I just looked at the floor as well while you were talking. There is so much confetti.
I'm not going to look until after the podcast so I don't kill myself.
Have you not seen?
No, I don't.
Can you not see from?
I don't want to look.
It's only like 2 bits.
My girlfriend's at work at the moment, and she's going to come home about an hour, I think, after this podcast session finishes. So I'm going to have to get the Hoover out and actually do cleaning.
Do you want a hand?
No, it's okay. Well, I'll see it and then I'll tell you.
What I'd like to talk about is almost have a new conversation similar to what we had yesterday about what we're changing, what we're keeping the same, and how we're going to grow. Let's talk about our growth.
Yes.
Because I know that's where the excitement is.
By the way, my favourite conversations in life are business strategy.
That does not surprise me.
It's so cool.
Nerd.
Yeah, maybe.
Simpsons episode where Homer pulls into a car park. Nerd! That's me with you right now.
Yeah. Do you have our channel stats available?
Yep.
Can you look, what's our average click-through rate across all the videos?
God, you're testing me now of how...
If you go on YouTube
mode.
Studio Analytics, there should be a click-through rate number that's displayed at the top if you just go on Reach.
Oh, okay. I was going a lot more. So YouTube Analytics. Yes. And Reach.
Reach, is it there?
Content, audience, trends.
Content, potentially. Is there a click-through rate number at the top?
Impressions, how they led to watch time.
No, maybe not. I don't know.
No, sorry. Impressions, how they led to watch time. So we've got 17.1k impressions. 74% from YouTube recommending your content.
Nice.
Click-through rates 2.3%.
On average across the channel.
Yeah.
Right, so that's our baseline. That's the first 50. So our goal by episode 100, we need to make a note of this, is 2.3 at the moment. We need to get our click-through rate up. And I think we should be aiming for, on average, 4%.
On average, you think we can make that sort of an incremental gain in 50 episodes?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay, let's do this.
This is happening in real time. It's so exciting.
Improve click-through rate. Currently at 2.3%. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So how are we going to do that?
Well, so this is what we were discussing the other day about thumbnails. So we looked at our top 5 best performing thumbnails, what the click-through rate was, and we said, okay, do any of these thumbnails have similarities? And we found out that some of them do have similarities. So we're taking that forwards and now more seriously implementing and using the ABC test function.
We've been quite lazy with that. We started at the beginning,
yeah,
but then we got quite lazy, which is through no one's fault. It's just when there's so much to think about, because we were at the beginning, we were starting everything. You know, you want to make sure that you're doing everything rather than one thing perfect.
Yeah, and the other thing is as well, you're not getting that many impressions when you first start. So we did a couple for the first ones, and the test, you never got the test results back because there wasn't enough impressions to make a decision.
True, yeah.
Now, like 17,000 impressions, that's enough to where we can actually start utilizing some of these features. So the plan is to do ABC tests on thumbnails where we use your face, my face, and no face, and centralize the text. Once we found a winner of the thumbnails with the same title, we put all 3 the same thumbnail, and we changed the title for each one to optimize for that video. And then if we wanted to, and we've got the energy to, because obviously that would be 4 weeks, we'd have all those results after the post of that video, to go back and start, okay, the best performing title, and then go back and change all 3 thumbnail, keep the best performing thumbnail, and then compare it against 2 more.
We should create a Google Doc where we track, okay, uploaded A/B test for thumbnail, date end here.
Yeah.
Changed which one won, okay, A/B test, date ends here.
Yeah.
We should create that Google Doc and have it as a constant, like, rolling database of when we need to go back in and check, because that's a good idea. It just would be a very manual system that would need to keep on top of.
Yeah, I've always set up spreadsheets like that for Will Taylor. I've never stuck to them. So if you could help me stick to them, or you could stick to, or whatever.
With something that can be a weekly check-in that we do every Monday and Thursday as podcasts go live.
Yeah, we just have a look and see.
Yeah.
Nice, I like that. So that's going to help us increase that click-through rate and get it from 2.3 to 4%. I think that's a good goal. 1.7% increase isn't too flamboyant. We're not saying that we're going to shoot for the stars, aim for 7, 8, 9, 10%. 4, and then if we hit that goal, great. And then we can decide there, like, okay, because it might be that we're at 5%. It might be that we're at 3.7 and we've just missed it. But the point is, if we see improvement, great, I'm happy. Watch time, we're doing incredibly well on watch time. Like, I think on average, I don't know if it's as easy to pull up an average across all the videos. And the other thing is the shorts massively impact that one, so it skews it.
Oh, does it? Okay.
But from what I can remember through looking through all of the long form watch times, because I'm sort of the long form side of the podcast, you're sort of the short form side. Obviously, we're both in the podcast, but in terms of
editing and manual side of it, yeah.
So I have a look, and I think the lowest one I've seen recently is 11 minutes.
Damn.
And
I think it says our watch time from impressions is 25.99 hours.
Okay.
So that's from impressions.
Which would be reflected in views across the long form. Is there a way to...
I don't know, maybe this... Oh, but that's only last 28 days. The numbers I've given is only last 28 days, actually. Let's do lifetime.
What should be like way better now? Like we've just been
our click-through rate is 2.4%.
Okay, so it's slightly better. So we've been doing worse recently. But actually, we knew that because we'd looked at the thumbnails and...
Watch time, 91.43 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good, actually.
That is very good. But the best one I've seen is 42 minutes.
What?
One of our videos has an average, I think it's got 60-something views. It has an average watch time of 42 minutes.
What? That's mental.
Which is absolutely insane.
Who is watching us for that long?
People who have fallen asleep.
Me.
Yeah.
Watching our content.
I have 62 accounts.
Yeah.
So that says to me that fundamentally we make content that is having people watch for a long period of time, and that stresses the importance of increasing the click-through rate. Because if we get the click-through rate higher, people are actually enjoying the content. I'd feel worse about trying to get more people to click if the average watch time was 30 seconds, because nobody would click on that and actually enjoy the video. We'd need to fundamentally change something about the way that we present. Yeah. That is super duper exciting, because compared to my channel, which has 430,000 subs and shrinking, is I'm actually losing subs every day unless I do a live at the moment. The average watch time is 21 seconds across the entire channel, long form, short form, everything. So nowhere near the average mark of, say, 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's saying here watch time for our first one as the best watch time.
Does it? What is it?
41 hours.
That's had more views.
Actually, maybe that's... Actually, I might be wrong, because I actually don't know. I need to have a better understanding of... So that's on my to-do list, to have a better understanding of this stuff. But yeah, it's crazy that we are doing well. We're doing the thing and people are watching. And we're having discussions of how can we take this from, like, how many subscribers to how many subscribers. From, 385 to 500, and then 500 to 1,000, so we can get memberships. How can we get views so we can go and earn money? But again, it's we have same discussions now as we'll have when we're huge. It's just the scale will be bigger, but It's crazy to be having these discussions to see that people are watching what we're doing. It is receiving somewhat positive feedback, and hopefully it continues to stay on the same trend.
Yeah. Just what I remember, after this podcast, we'll have to take a picture of both of us and do it as a post. Say we just finished recording our 50th thing. I think that'd be a nice picture to look back on when we're on episode 500. We're like, whoa.
Yeah. Look how young we look.
Yeah, crazy.
Because 500 will be, what?
That many years, won't it? Yeah. Crazy. Imagine one of us is dead.
Right.
Crazy. I have kids and I die during the childbirth
Why
process.
would you die during the travel? I'm out.
Soph would squeeze my hand too hard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, poor you.
Yeah.
Having your hand squeezed too hard during childbirth.
To be fair, I'll probably have it come out. Why are you moaning?
Oh, come on, love, hurry up.
Yeah.
Like,
I
got
once
life.
stubbed my toe and I'm pretty sure.
I got life to be doing. Come on, can we wrap this up?
Will, why are you live streaming that? Yeah, she'd shoot me up or something. I don't know.
Where would she get a gun? And
I
how
don't
would
know.
she bring it into a hospital?
They don't search you on the way into a hospital. You can bring a gun to a hospital. Don't, but you can.
Actionable advice there.
Yeah.
Don't bring a gun into a hospital.
This is a place where we learn. Beneath the Noise, a show that cares. Where else? What were we talking about? We were talking about watch time, how that's doing really well.
Yeah, next steps for the podcast, really.
So that's essentially, to put it into really simple terms, it is just the fundamentals of improving click-through rate and watch time. The areas elsewhere we would like to push longer term is doing live shows, doing live discussions. I'd like to sell some sort of merchandise, have that available, whether that's mugs that we always have on the table, that might imaginatively say Beneath the Noise.
Do the thing.
Yeah, exactly. All of these ideas, or if we come up, like, I feel like we could have a mass debate mug as well. That'd be really funny.
It's everyone ready for a mass debate.
Yeah. That'd be good. And then super long term, maybe our own podcast studio.
I would love that. Could you imagine coming into everything where it's pre-set up? We don't have to do the lights every time. We don't have to do the mics every time. We don't have to rearrange the room every time. Imagine, obviously I'm not bitching and moaning because this is your flat and it's awesome. But you know what I mean? Like having our own studio where we can have more control over the backdrop. We can put subtle cues towards the episode in the background. It would just feel so safe. And also what would be really cool is like little rooms where you can go prior to filming and I can go prior to filming. You can be your ADHD self.
Dressing rooms.
And I can be a little bit more zen before we come out and film. You know? It'd just be so much more exciting.
It would be good. It would be exciting if I had to spend less time with you.
Yeah. Just the podcast is all I care about. It's not like we go for lunch together. Or
no, we never do that. And the place we go to lunch definitely don't know us.
I know, it's bad. Yummy Noodle Bar. They
love them.
They're the best.
Yeah.
But they know who we are now and it's bad. The owner was on a walk and stopped and came back to our table to turn and say hello.
Yeah. Brilliant. I have a idea.
What is your idea,
And
sir?
you're not going to like it, I don't think, but I don't want to put words into your mouth.
I veto the idea.
Oh, okay. So what have you been thinking? When we get to 1,000 subscribers and we're monetized, so we've got 4,000 eligible watch hours, so not from shorts, we increase our output to 3 podcasts a week.
Why?
To increase the money. I don't think it will impact quality. I think it's another signal that we are taking it more seriously.
But what's the longevity of 3 podcasts a week? It's a huge time investment. I'm not against it. It's just that is...
We could do it to... And we could even cap it potentially. We could say, okay, we do it from 1,000 subs to 10,000 subs.
But once you're doing 3 a week, that becomes a standard, doesn't it?
10,000. I've been thinking we should probably do 4 a week.
No.
But a lot of it, I think, will depend on the setup. I think a year from now, we won't have this room. We'll have another room.
It's also, we don't know where we're going to be personally a year from now as well. You know, like I've just left my job or will be leaving my job. I've got 7 more days of work left.
Excited.
Cannot wait. Leave on the 30th of December. Obviously, this is coming out on New Year's Day. Happy New Year. We definitely should have said that at the beginning.
Yes.
That's fine. We forgot. That's fine.
But the big deafening explosion would have looked like a New Year celebration rather than a 50th episode.
So yeah, I would have quit my job. Would have been out of a job for 2 days when this comes out. I'm going travelling. I'd like to make it to Australia next year.
Remind me what date you actually go.
11th of Feb.
11th. Okay, nice.
Yeah, good day. Don't ask me why. Just before Valentine's Day.
It is 3 days before.
Yeah, so I can avoid all of that BS. Yeah, so like my next year, I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns about my next year. If we could make this monetized within the next year, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree.
Yep.
Says the person who doesn't want to do more episodes.
Yeah.
or jump on lives by himself.
Yeah. But then that comes back to the do we want the live?
Yeah, that's it.
So that's a whole different debate. But yeah, we don't know where life is going to be. You don't know where you're going to be. Whether you're going to buy a place here, whether you'll buy a place in Cornwall, how will that impact us and how we film. So there's a lot of unknowns, which is both scary but optimistic at the same time, because with the unknown, it allows us to carve out consistency before there's any prior arrangements. If that makes sense.
Like we've both said, the podcast comes first. Like obviously my channel, I'll always need somewhere to record for my channel.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be a space, whether I live here, there, anywhere. Things don't happen without first going through the filter of we need to record some episodes in advance if we're not going to be able to film.
Yeah.
Like for example, when I move house, it's probably a good idea to have a few weeks in advance just to make sure that if there is any crossover time.
Yeah. Agreed. What would be really cool as well, and also this could speak to the 3 episodes a week thing, is an editor. Because in reality, say life does get a bit more crazy, I go travel, you move house, I want to head over to Oz for an extended period of time. We can meet in the middle like Bali, we can rent a villa, we can film. But then it's like we could film 4 a day and we can just ping them off to the editor. They send them back, we queue them, it's done.
Yeah.
And that would be a really interesting way to do it, because then that would take a lot of load off you and free your mind up for Will Taylor or
bettering the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, finding an editor is really hard.
Do you think it would be equally the same for finding an editor for Beneath the Noise, a podcast editor?
Yeah, because whether you like it or not, you do have your own likes. And once there's reasons that I do things when I'm editing that a traditional editor just wouldn't think, like the way that I approach editing. And it's the same with anyone who's like fundamentally learned editing through YouTube, is the changes you would make aren't instinctive to people who aren't used to editing for YouTube, whereas I've only ever learned how to edit for YouTube, and therefore my instincts with it are generally better for watch time and whatever than I've found in the editors that I've tested.
But that's going to be a long-term process. It's not going to be like, right, we need an editor, there's one on Fiverr, that'll do. People per hour, yeah, let's get them. Yeah. That's going to be an investment, because at that point that is going to be, are you the editor that's going to take us from X amount a month or X amount of podcasts to this finished product where we are suddenly bashing out podcasts, we're earning money consistently, we've got sponsorships, we're getting high value guests.
It's finding somebody that's willing to go on that journey with you.
Yep.
And whether they're paid actually as a percentage of what the videos generate, or if they're paid a flat rate.
Yep.
It's cheaper to do flat rate long term.
But the value that you get if they're paid for a percentage,
they're
going to be more invested.
Exactly. But obviously you can't be offering out percentage of your business all the time without seriously considering it. So it'll probably be a flat rate thing for the first couple of years, and then after that offering shares.
Yeah.
And if you leave, you lose the shares at their current sell price, what they're worth.
Again, it just depends on how we grow. You never know. We might end up having friends or acquaintances we make along the way, or even have now, that are like, you know what, I want on with Beneath the Noise. Now, how can I help you grow this podcast? You know, I see it as a viable business. We're like, well, we need an editor. We'll pay for you to learn how to edit. You sit down with Will, you watch him edit for a month, then you learn for yourself for a month, and then we give you 5 podcasts, make them better than Will can do. Yeah. And if you can't, no job. If you can, there you go. Yeah. You're our editor.
That's it.
So we don't know where
finding those people is so tough. I'm excited to not have to shoulder that burden alone. Because doing it for Will Taylor, my God, it's a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose, like you say, there's a lot more that goes into it. So there's growth plans in there, but there's also life plans that are going to be pushing and pulling.
And as there always is.
Yeah, as there always is. But we live very different lives, or maybe want to live very different lives. But arguably, maybe you want to live the same life, just in different places. So there's going to be reality that's going to get in the way. But I'm really excited for the challenge of it. And ultimately, we've done 50 episodes with challenges. So, and that's with no proof of outcome. So as we start getting more proof of outcome, those challenges might get harder. But again, it's that delayed gratification thing. If we know that this is producing, we're going to find ways around it.
Yeah.
If the podcast pays me enough to just fly back to the UK and stay with you for 3 months. And
claim it on Beneath the Noise. It's cool.
And then I fly back to wherever I want to go.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I don't think there's any emotional attachment at this day. Obviously, it's easy to say because we aren't earning and surviving off the money. But it's my attachment to the Beneath the Noise income is Beneath the Noise is first. I'm very much secondary.
Agreed.
Like I'd rather us film better or make podcasts possible by flying each other around the world / hiring villas on Beneath the Noise or whatever we need to do to make the podcast happen.
Agreed. 100%.
Because it's expenses at the end of the day. It's like you don't take your withdrawal before expenses. No.
I agree. We're in cahoots with that. We agree with that, absolutely. And it will be interesting to see how the podcast develops within these parameters that are in front of us, because we want to spend time together, but ultimately I think there'll be like 3 stages of the pod. This is how I see it. It's like stage 1 is where we're at now. It's the growing, it's the building, it's the grinding when no one knows us. And we maybe have a bit more consistency and certainty about where we are. And then stage 2 is we've got proof of product. But we're a bit more scattered. We're a bit more all over the place. So it's a bit harder at this time. But it might be that I'm in Australia for 3 months and I'm back. I'm in Bali for 3 months and I'm back. It might be a bit more scattered. And then I see the third stage, which is we have proof of product and we have a following. And that is, okay, we need to be based. Now is the point of brand deals. Now is the point of significant growth. Now is the point of building other businesses where it's like we have a Beneath the Noise studio and office. So I almost see those 3 stages. And I don't know how long each of them are or when they're going to come.
Well, you can't know, yeah.
But that's how I see it happening.
That does make a lot of sense, yeah. And I think with the Will Taylor channel, I'm in the middle stage at the moment, and it's horrible. And it tests everything in you when your 1 month can be the best you've ever earned, and 2 months later you're earning less than 10% of that. Like that shift, because when you earn that big month, you're like, oh, if this is a sign of things to come, like here we go. You start making all these plans, and you start thinking, oh well, God, I'll just buy a $500,000 place, cash, why not? And then you get the next few months, and you're like, okay, maybe I could continue renting for the next sort of 5 years. Is there a way I could negotiate my way down in rent rather than up? It's an emotional roller coaster, and it's terrifying when it's your sole source of income. But I'm hoping long form is generally more stable. I don't know though. I don't know if it's just the same problem with more zeros on the end, on the highs, and then the same on the lows. Because obviously the RPMs are higher, but maybe you just need less views to have the same impact. Like that.
This is it. We don't know how it's going to play out in practicality, but I do find the irony that we've got a slight insight because you are living the life within Will Taylor. And also, if I was Will Taylor and I was earning X amount a month, I don't know how much you're earning, and I'm not going to say on the pod, but there'd be freedom that I could have, and I'd be like, wow, like I would be.
I can give an idea for the viewers: is 5 figures 1 month versus 3 figures this month. That's literally as wide as it goes.
Stark difference, yeah. Crazy.
And terrifying.
Yes.
It can be a really good month, and then it can be a lean Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you live in a country where you can rent somewhere for absolutely no money.
For peanuts, yeah. But the other thing,
to Indo.
Yeah. I couldn't live there long term though.
Temporarily.
I could live there temporarily. I could summer there. Because I don't like the cold here. So that would make sense anyway.
Although you don't want to go to Indo in our winter though.
No?
No.
Where's a good place to go in our winter?
You probably want to look at like Thailand. You could look at the Philippines. You could look at Mexico, Costa Rica. That'd be all good during our winter. Costa Rica would be cool.
I've never been.
There you go. Off we go to Costa Rica.
That's it. And that's the other thing.
You want to know what Costa Rica's motto is?
What is it?
Pura vida, which means pure life.
Nice. Suits you. I can see why you wanted to go over there.
I've been there twice.
I know. But that's the other reason why I like having you as my co-host, is you help stretch me out of the boxes I automatically put myself in. Like, if you weren't coming around to do the podcast today, I would have had my girlfriend here until, I think she was here until 1, and then I would have been on my own until 10:30. It's like, I'm very much within this physical box, as well as the psychological box of, if I'm at home, I work. What Beneath the Noise will do is like, oh, Connor's away, therefore I must go and travel so that I can actually do some podcast stuff.
Yeah.
And that's exciting, because the other thing is, if I stay on top of the editing when we do the large bulk sessions, is then I've just got Will Taylor to focus on for a long time. And what that'll do is mean that I can get ahead on Will Taylor stuff, so that then flying out and things like that become a possibility, because I don't have to stress about my own stuff.
Yeah. And then if it is that we do a couple of weeks in Bali and 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of that is work, we can sit there in a nice villa with a pool, work together, bounce the ideas off. I really like this one. Do you remember when we did this? Yeah, we can grow. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do this. Let's film an episode of, I'm fried, man. I'm just going to jump in the pool.
Yeah. Let's go surfing.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and then we'll go
so
out
good.
and just get, do you want fancy just like a smoothie bowl? I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited for it. June can't come fast enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be
6 months away.
Yeah, crazy.
Feels like it's going to come up
I'll
soon.
be on the road for 4.5 of that, so
nuts.
crazy. Can't wait.
That is very exciting. I'm very excited for you.
That's where I'm like, I don't like it. I'm coming home in April, and you'll be like, what?
Connor, where are you? Oh, I'm back in England. Did I not say?
In that case, if I was like, you know what, I'd probably come back.
Yeah, and then go out.
And then go out with you just for the holiday, and then probably go to Wales or something if we could bulk record.
Yeah.
But again, these are all hypotheticals, because realistically, I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
So, one thing I do want to do, which is I think a little cheesy, but I asked ChatGPT before we filmed, and because ChatGPT knows us, it's helped us build this podcast. It hasn't given us too much in the way of like jumping off points. We've very much left the creativity to ourselves, but it's helped shape. I asked it to do a letter to episode 1 us.
Oh, cool.
And then I'd like to together think about what we would like, or a letter to episode 100 us, or 500 us.
Nice.
So, dear episode 1 us, you don't realize it yet, but you're about to doubt yourself far more than you ever expect. Not because you're incapable, but because you care. You'll worry if anyone's listening. You'll question if what you're saying even matters. You'll rewatch episodes, cringe, and think, should have waited till you're better. Here's what you don't need to know, or here's what you need to know. Don't wait. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes because of it. You're going to learn that depth beats polish, that honesty beats performance, that silence, when used well, says more than noise ever could. You'll think the numbers matter more than they do. They don't. The messages you'll never see, the ones where someone feels less alone, those are the real metrics. You're going to change. Your opinions will soften. Your certainty will shrink. Your compassion will grow. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. You won't get everything right. Some episodes won't land. Some words won't come out. But none of it is wasted. So keep showing up. Keep asking better questions. Keep choosing honesty over comfort. 50 episodes from now, you won't be perfect, but you'll be real. And that's enough. Signed, the version of you that didn't quit.
Damn.
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's so better well written than mine would have been.
So, a small letter or message.
Mine would be like, why are you reading this? You should be working.
Yeah. Do the thing.
Yeah.
What would you say for 100 episodes us? Or further in the future, if you want to pick 500, 1,000, what would you say?
My instinct thing would be to ask questions to learn. I'd be like, how, if you were in my position again, what would you be doing differently with lighting? Would you change cameras at this point? Where would you be spending your resources to better the podcast? Another one is based off of an insecurity of mine that I don't plan any of the episodes. I'm very reliant on what you bring to the table, and I'm thinking, like, should I have a better understanding going into it, or is it better that I just riff? I like riffing. It feels more authentic to me, so maybe that is the right decision. But at the same time, is Will in episode 100 taking on a more active role in knowing what's going on, or to be in the podcast? What would you say to that now?
So Will is considering growth heavily, and Will is looking forward to 100 episode Will going, what's your, not necessarily what's your role, but how can we grow the pod together? I like that. Connor, 100 episodes from now, will still have the fear of being seen. Connor, the 100 episodes from now, will have the fear of sharing this with people he meets, because he will be traveling and he will be introducing himself to people day after day, countless times. And will he ever feel confident enough to bring this up? Will he ever feel like going on a live with someone he's just met because they've got a really interesting story? 100 episodes from now, I would like for Connor to learn that it's okay to be seen. It's okay to be seen trying something that in the moment isn't quote unquote succeeding. The understanding that growth takes being seen, change takes time, and being uncomfortable. 100 episodes from now, or 100 episodes total, so 50 more. I don't know where we'll be, but I know we'll be equally as excited. It's crazy to think that we've done 50 episodes, my friend. We have...
It's wild. And the other thing is, we're talking about 100 episodes, right?
Yep.
That means the same again. It doesn't seem like that far away.
No.
But it's doing the same amount of work all again. Like, that is wild. And it doesn't seem like as big of a thing. Like, if we'd said to week 1, you're going to do a reflection, or you're going to be able to get to 45 episodes, and then things are going to start to break down, I'd be like, we got to 45 episodes? That's crazy.
Do you remember we did our 10 podcast episode look back as well?
Yeah. We've done crazy. 5 times more podcasts than that now.
Yeah. It's wild.
Can you remember when we looked, I can't remember if we did it on a live or if we actually did it on a podcast. We looked at what it would take to be a top 1%.
I think that was on our 10 episode look back. 10 episodes.
Can you remember how many episodes you needed to upload to be considered top 1% of regular uploaders or something?
That should
be in the notes.
Yeah, so just cut all of this out.
It's actually such an achievement to get to 50, isn't it? That's wild.
Yeah, so I do remember, Will. Survival rates of podcasts. On average, 48.5% of podcasts reach 80 episodes. Do you want to guess how many episodes surpass 50?
30?
8.5% of podcasts reach 50 episodes.
So we're in the top 10%. Yep. We're in the top 8.5%.
Yes, exactly.
Damn. And it's stats like that keep you motivated. They keep you pushing.
This is it. So according to Reddit, so depending on how factual you can see that, approximately 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3, meaning that most podcasts fade before even getting started. Of those that do persist beyond episode 3, another 90% will fade away by episode 20. Podcasters who reach episode 21 are in the top 1% globally.
That's crazy.
So only around 4.8% hit 100 episodes. A mere 2.4% hit 200.
Damn.
So obviously the brackets get smaller, but we are probably in the top 10% of podcasts, not because
of audience size.
No, just because of consistency, which again shows how important consistency is.
I really wonder I'd love to speak to some of those podcasters that did stop between the bracket of 100 episodes and 200 episodes. I want to know what their reason was, because 100 that's a lot of consistency. What's the reason that they would stop? Is it something that we can...
I wonder if it's just life.
Could be. But we can't let life get in
the way. Let's face it, we know the type of life that I want to live.
Yeah.
And I'm saying me purely because you are very happy staying more settled. I'm not. Not at this present moment. And that's the biggest challenge we're going to face.
Do you think?
Yes. And I think if that's the biggest challenge we're going to face, we're fine.
Yeah.
You know, like
as long as we know enough in advance.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Like, I guess I was one of the first people you told about you going away.
You were the first.
Was really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, because we know enough in advance how, like, when you were going away, roughly, we said February, is like, we knew, okay, we can get this many podcasts in the bank and we can buy you this much time to go away. And that is the very point of doing the podcast. If it wasn't possible to schedule episodes or have them in the bank, like, we'd be screwed. But the fact that we can do that, like, that's the whole point of doing this rather than any other job, is the flexibility.
Well, this is it. Like, when I told you I was leaving, I was like, well, I'm going to leave my job here, but I'm not going to go traveling until here. So we've got 6 weeks of just solid. And even then, in these next 2 weeks, we're filming on, like, a couple of days a week of double sessions because we can. And we're making it a priority. Yeah.
It's crazy. I really want to figure out when the 100th episode will be.
We will do that after the pod because we can work that out.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be hard to do now.
No. We can work out when it'll be uploaded.
Yeah.
And then work back from there.
That's all we need to know is when it'll be uploaded, really. Because if we work out that we've got 50, we just need to know that we're filming 50 more episodes between now and going away. Yeah. Which, if we're doing 10 a week, it will be.
Yeah, that's a good point. Crazy.
Yeah.
5 weeks to do 50 videos.
Yeah. Right, well, I have written my word down, and it's, a big celebration, so are we going to
Before you said that, I was going to say success.
Okay.
What did you put?
It's not that. What were you going to say before that?
No, that is what I was
that's it. Wow.
Yeah.
50.
Okay, fair enough.
Make sure.
It's been an honour.
It's been wonderful. Now look at the confetti.
Oh my God.